Hey everybody, haven't been on here in a while. I've had a lot of drama this year. I don't know how everybody else is doing out there. Started the year off in the hospital, had an infection in my kidney stones. They're trying to kill me still from 13 years ago, losing my limbs. There's an infection bedded in my stones, and if they don't get them all, they carry an infection. So I was in the hospital for 5 days coming into the new year. And then when I got home the next week, my toilets backed up. I had a sewer line problem and I was so stressed. So then I got a head cold that I'm still suffering from. And then yesterday, this guy came out to look at my furnace and said, "You have two holes in your furnace and we have a cold snap coming." I mean, if it wasn't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. It's incredible. I have a GoFundMe up, Katie Hayes GoFundMe, and I would really appreciate if anybody could give me $20. I've got I had to charge my credit card and I'm not working, and or go to my website katiepaints.com. I just finished a couple really good ones. My masterpiece I finished today. I wish I could show it to you. It's across the room. It's my most passionate one I've ever done. Oh, you see it? There it is. Let's see. Oh, I gotta move my chair. See it over in the corner. Wait. Oh, god dang it. Okay. Okay, wait. I'm gonna move this over. Okay, now I gotta move my chair. So there it is. Oh, it's hard to see, isn't it? It's a male and female in an embrace. I made them into mermaids, and they're freaking awesome. A lot of fire, water reference. You can see it right here. Right here. Isn't it adorable? Oh, I wish I could show you better. I don't know if you've friended me on Facebook, the Katie Hayes Facebook page, but I'm about to post it as soon as I get a picture of it. But anyway, I hope y'all had an awesome holiday. Mine, of course, I was alone and struggling. And that's why I do this YouTube channel, because I know a lot of people can relate to having death in your life, having children that don't like you, having, being alone, still single. But you've got to keep moving forward and find your joy and take care of your heart and broadcast that gratitude to the universe. The universe needs, especially Gaia right now, Mother Earth needs our love, because we're transitioning into a new 5D reality. And if you're subscribed to Gaia, which is what I recommend you guys to do, there's an amazing program. Not only the Shakespeare Decoded, which will blow your mind, but the Templars. Wow, this information is amazing. And what it's doing is Scott Wolter is his name. He's done a ton of research into the Templars. I mean, years of research. And he has his own program on Gaia talking about the origins of the Templars and why it's so important to our history and religion, and it's blowing the whistle on everything. He's following the Gnostics. Basically, the Templars were Gnostics. The Gnostics were called heretics by the Christian Church, the Catholic Church. And what they did was they hugged the true message of Jesus. And they created, well, who knows who created the Cathars in southern France. I have a feeling it was Mary Magdalene, possibly even Jesus, who really didn't die on the cross. The Gnostics said that this guy called Simon took his place, and is why the Templars were basically guarding the bloodline of Jesus. Isn't that so exciting? I'm like, what? This is so crazy. And how Jesus was secretly married to Mary Magdalene, and they had two kids. And they had to scurry them out of southern France when the Catholic Church came in and massacred all the Cathars that were teaching the true message of Jesus and the Gnostic teachings. They wanted to destroy anybody that was coming up against their version of the story, where you have to go to the church to pray to a priest to be saved. But Jesus came down here and told us you don't need that. And they didn't like that was the true message. So they rewrote it. Constantine did a lot of work cutting out all the books. Book of Philip, Book of Timothy, Book of Thomas, the Gospels. These books will enlighten you as to some really good information that was hidden by the church. And all this stuff is in the bottom of the Vatican. But they missed some when they put them in that Dead Sea Scrolls in those caves. There's so much information that's going to blow the lid off religion. And I'm not a very popular person with my Christian friends right now because I'm so excited about this information. They're looking at me like, you're crazy. But sometimes when you hear this research done by real researchers and it's going against the grain of the mainstream, you got to get a broadcast it. Let people know there's another story, there's another version. But it gets even more exciting. So the Templars moved from southern France to Port U Grail, Portugal, the port of the Grail. They created that country. They were given tons of land and castles, and they had so much money. They were the first bankers, very smart people. They had already gone across the ocean way before Columbus, and let me tell you about that. So, the Gnostics, the Templars, with the red cross on their outfits, as you know if you're aware of this, made friends with all the Native Americans because they recognized each other as brothers. They had a secret handshake. They all knew it. It was the sacred feminine. That's what the natives and the Templars were venerating. The matter of fact, all the cathedrals that the Templars built in Europe were dedicated to Mary Magdalene. She was the favorite apostle of Jesus. They would complain that he was kissing her on the mouth all the time. These are things that the Christians don't want you to hear about. So I'm just here, you know me, I like that cutting edge, outside the box thinking. And that's why if you guys are listening to my YouTube channel, you're going to get some different information than you're going to hear anywhere else. Nobody's talking about it. But Gaia, you got to get a subscription to Gaia. It's worth the $100. Look, in this body, in this life I'm living, with all these things going wrong with me, I should be in tears. I should be a hot mess. I should be crying every day. I should feel sorry for myself. I should be not doing a YouTube channel when I have a fever. And you know what I mean? Like, but this information is so important to our humanity. It shows us where our roots are. If we understand that Jesus was an Anunnaki, he comes from Sumerian blood. He came with a message. It's very important what his message was. The church has destroyed his message. They've turned it around and made it so we're all waiting on the second coming of Jesus to save us. Well, guess what? Jesus was telling us it's all within us. Deep in our soul, in our hearts, each one of us are a little splinter of the God energy. Each one of us have, through our pineal gland, deep inside our third chakra, inside our brain, we can connect in a deep state of meditation with Source and get downloads, allowing that relaxation and gratitude and forgiveness, high vibrational emotions. You can download from your spirit guides, from Source, what your path is, what your purpose is, what you're here to do. Now, I hate to break it to you. It's not some big glorified thing, okay? Look, I got put in this body. Here I am on YouTube. We each of us have our story. We each of us have our path. And we are here to lift each other up and to give each other strength and to teach each other to love ourselves and be kind to one another. This is the secret of life. And we are the consciousness subjectively experiencing. All our experiences get put up into the Akashic records, and Source is getting to live through us. So that's the gift. That's why you can't cut your mission short, even though you may not want to deal with the bullshit down here anymore. And I totally get it, guys. I'm not going to be sad when I die. I'm so looking forward to it. But you can't leave early. Please listen when I say that. You're here for a reason. There is a ginormous purpose, which is to find your happiness no matter what shit is thrown at you. And that's what I beg you all to do, is to get enlightened, to find out the book of Enoch, the book of Enki. Enki was a Sumerian god. The Anunnaki story is our story, and our DNA is being given to us by all these different high frequency beings in the universe. We're this big experiment. They look at us like they're children. That's why when we shoot down their UFOs with scalar weapons, which is what our government's doing, and we want to make it this big, oh, they're going to invade us and kill us all. That's what all the movies say, right? It's all a lie. They've got all the UFOs, by the way. Our government has reverse engineered a whole bunch, and they want to do a fake invasion scenario. So look out for that. But the UFO, the higher frequency beings, are trying to stop all the shenanigans and trying to get the elites to give us our free energy that they've already discovered. So we aren't struggling and in poverty and dying and suffering. The elites just want control. They don't even care about money anymore. It's all about control. It's all about fear. They feed on it. I don't even want to tell you some of the things I found out about all the blood they're sucking out of children that are traumatized and how they live longer. Oh, it's just gross. I don't want to go there. It's just too negative for me. I can't deal with it. Like some people like live on the black web and the QAnon and all the people that are just like, oh, it's going to have all this stuff. Well, it is happening, but what I find is that it's got to come from the heart. It's got to come from a love frequency base. Or if you're in judgment on other people's stories and what they're going through, then you're not in the right mindset. Because you know what? We're all innocent. We are all pieces of God and love deep within us, even the ones that are killing people, even the ones that are hurting, even the ones in prison that have done bad things. It's just because they didn't have the foundation and the love. And we've got to open up our hearts. This whole conflict in the Middle East, it's so sad, terrible. We just need to send that love, meditate on it every day. And the more of us that do that, we could change the world. It's exciting. So back to the Templars. They came over, they made friends with the Native Americans, they put a Kensington runestone in Wisconsin to say a land grab. They put it in the very center of the United States. How did they know? How did they know? Unless they looked at the entire landmass. It was put in the center of the United States, just like the pyramids were put in the center of all the landmass in the world. How did they know? How did they know? So we're talking about the Anunnaki, Sumerian, ancient knowledge passed down through Jesus. Then the Templars were created. They got all the treasure out of the Solomon castle. They took all that treasure. They scooted it over to North America. The Native Americans are still hiding it here because they brought it all here. This is the new Atlantis. And guess what? Why was Christopher Columbus's sails with a red cross? Because he knew the Templars had already come. The Templars had made friends with the Native Americans, and Christopher Columbus was acting like a Templar. He was posing as one of them. Hey guys, we heard you have some treasure. And they tortured all the Native Americans trying to get information on where that treasure was, because they told that Spanish king that they were going to bring treasure home. And they never found it because the Native Americans went to their deathbeds and they never told Christopher Columbus where the treasure was. This is the true history. This is what's not being taught. This is what's not being discussed. Why are they keeping our history from us? Why is the Smithsonian hiding giant bones? There's giants all over the whole entire earth. That's why they had to flood it. The Anunnaki had to flood the earth because the giants were eating the humans. We're their babies. We were their workforce. They didn't want a gold mine anymore. They were tired, so they created us. Well, they had to flood the earth to get rid of the giants because the giants were their offspring. They had mated with the humans, just like it says in the Bible. And then they made these Nephilim. And the Nephilim were just like, humans are tasty. Well, then they said, nope, we can't. But Enki told the humans, build a boat, get underground, save yourself. And pockets of humans all over the earth, like they're finding those underground cities in Turkey and in the four corner regions of the United States, they're all over. All these underground cities that are sealed shut with rocks all over the planet, And we've already talked about how Thoth, who was the Enki god of wisdom, he was Thoth the Atlantean. He's the one that went around and created all the pyramids, and he put all the stones in shape with sound frequency. So the sound frequency is the answer to everything. It can cure cancer. It can cure everything. And so my goal this year is to stop being so damn sick and get a job and get a sound bed so I can start healing people. But I really need your help. If you go to my GoFundMe and just give me a $20, a little leg up, it would really move me through so I can pay this credit card off. And then I got to do gallbladder surgery, I just found out. and then kidney stone surgery. So it's already, the year's starting off like a big wham bam thank you, ma'am. So much going on in my life, and I just really appreciate you guys, and everybody that tunes in, everybody that's catching my vibe, everybody that's digging my shit, because you got to think outside the box, and you got to keep your spirit up. I really think I got sick because when the septic backed up to my house, I was exposed to someone that was sick, and I caught it. And so there you go. When your frequency gets low and you're feeling really overwhelmed, you could catch whatever's coming down the pipeline. So everybody stay well out there. Keep your vibration high. Keep your mindset into the gratitude realm and the forgiveness of all the shit bags that want to trespass on you. I got so many in my life. It's like the universe just keeps sending me these characters. Like, what are you going to do, Katie? You're going to stand your ground? You're going to create boundaries? You're going to do it out of love? It's hard to do, but let me tell you, that's my new purpose. To serve humanity by giving you guys information I'm digging up, and to be kind, and to try to teach people how to think outside the box. Don't just believe everything you're told. Don't even believe what I'm told. Look up Scott Wolter. Look Wolter, Wolter. Look up Stephen Greer and all the UFO secret space program stuff. There's so much going on they're keeping from us, and Gaia is the key. It's $100 a year, worth every penny. It's the reason that I don't even counseling, because it is so building of your consciousness and your inner strength. And Matt Kahn also, I got to do a plug for him. He's my guy. He keeps my brain like level and understanding the divinity in each of us, and how the new consciousness is coming, and we just got to love each other more. We just got to love our hearts more. And if we can do that, people, we're creating this new earth. We got to keep it in our mind what we're doing. The creation of better. The free energy is coming. It's already been invented. We just have to know that the higher beings are telling the elites, you better make these people free. Stop trying to enslave them. There is a literal kind of war going on. But guess who's more advanced? Guess who's going to win in the end? They can't exactly interfere with us, but they can influence us, because the Galactic Federation has its sights on this earth, and everything we do on this earth in our thoughts every day is impacting the entire universe, because we're all connected. It's all quantum entanglement. And they say that there was never a beginning and there never will be an end. Everything is eternal. Think about that. Think about that when you lose a loved one. My son's still there. I could still talk to him whenever I want. Just have to figure out, find a medium or use my pendulum. Or he talks to me in my thoughts too. So there is no such thing as death. And we all know this. If you're listening to my channel, I really want you to get this, because there's so much time wasted crying. Like, I have lost so much. And I really believe that I had to go through all the hell that I've gone through, so that I could be strong and be an example to you people and my friends and people that come around for me and that I can influence. That's all of us can do. If you think about it, how do you impact the people in your family? How do you impact your friends? I'm not perfect. I complain quite a bit. But at the end of the day, when everybody's coming around and I'm telling them what's going on with me, they always say, gosh, Katie, you're so positive. And I look at them and I go, I just complained to you for a half hour. But the underlying message is, you got to keep going. Even when your toilets are backing up and you have a fever and now you have holes in your furnace, you got to keep going. You got to know that you're going to be okay, because you have help. You just have to ask your spirit guides. You just have to ask for help, and it's coming. I did not break down when my sewers were backing up. Something told me you're going to be okay, and I'm almost there. I only need a little bit more, and I can pay my card off. So help me out, and I gotta go lay down because my fever's starting to kick in. But love you guys. Take care. Mwah.